What's going on, guys? WhiteFox1225 here with another video, and today I want to talk about the Elder Scrolls Legends, a game that we just got a lot of details about at PAX East. I'm really excited for this game. I love Magic the Gathering, and I'm a huge Elder Scrolls fan, as you know if you watch the channel. So naturally, those two things coming together are just like a dream come true. So I'm really excited for the game, and in this video we're just going to be talking about the gameplay, everything about the game, the story and all of that, everything you need to know before the release. Let's just start with the gameplay because that's the focus of the game. In case you've never played a competitive card game, I'll just give you the basics. Before you even get in a match, you're going to build a deck of different cards. Depends on the number, I think in this game it's 30. And then from that deck you're going to draw cards and play them against your enemy. Now in this game, when you draw a card, you can play on one of two lanes. When you put it in a lane, you can only attack cards within that lane, or you can choose to attack the enemy player. Attacking the enemy player is good because it takes away the health, which is ultimately how you win, but at the same time keep in mind the enemy can attack you with its cards, so you want to weaken it and take those cards away. That's just a simple explanation of the gameplay. There's a lot of different things like enchantments on the lanes and different abilities you can use, but it gets pretty complicated, so I'll focus on that in another video. In this one I just want to give you guys a quick rundown of the game, but that's basically how the gameplay can work, and you guys can see a little video on the screen showing that. It will make it a little easier to understand. Like I said, guys, building a deck is a huge part of any competitive card game, and in this game you can build with 5 different kinds of cards. There's strength, agility, intelligence, endurance, and willpower. Now once you complete a deck, you'll be able to get a class, and that class is based on the attributes you choose. It looks like you can only choose 2 attributes. For example, if you use agility and strength cards, you're going to get an archer deck and so on, and I'll just list all the classes right now. You can use agility and strength and be an archer. You can use agility and intelligence, which makes you an assassin deck. You can use intelligence and strength, which will give you a battle mage deck. You can use strength and willpower, which makes you a crusader. Intelligence and willpower would be a mage deck. Willpower and agility will make you a monk deck. Agility and endurance would give you a scout deck. Intelligence and endurance would be sorcerer, and strength and endurance is warrior. Depending on your class and the cards you pick, the game is going to play differently. So maybe you want to do all attack and you'll play with a lot of warrior decks, or maybe you want to be quick and hit fast and you'll do like an assassin deck. In my experience, a lot of the fun from these games comes from planning out your deck and collecting different cards. You'll also pick a race and an avatar when you begin the game. The avatar will decide what you look like, but the race will have more of a practical role. It'll decide which cards you earn the most. So for example, if you play as Khajiit, you're going to get more stealth orientated cards, maybe more intelligence and agility. But if you play as a Nord, you're more likely to get warrior cards, so probably more endurance style cards and things like that. The game will also feature a card trading system where you can improve your card stats. Not completely sure how that's going to work, but it will be in the game. Once you get your deck together and you get the gameplay down, there's going to be a couple of different modes you can do. There will be a full story, which is awesome because I really didn't expect that. There'll be a full campaign, and it actually will be story driven with Elder Scrolls lore. They said it takes place with cultists and conspiracies, a fallen imperial city, and an emperor on the run. To me, it sounds like it might take place right before the Elder Scrolls Online or during the Elder Scrolls Online, because at that time we had the imperial city in the hands of Mogul Bal and cultists and all of that. So it sounds to me like it could take place right before ESO or after ESO, but we'll have to wait and see. Either way, I'm really excited that there's going to be a full story, and they also mentioned that you're going to have to make decisions throughout the story which will have consequences, which is always a cool thing. Nice that there's a little bit of role playing in this card game too. There'll be a battle mode where you can just play quick matches against AI or other players, and then there'll also be an arena. Now once you get in the arena, you'll have to build a deck on the spot, and then once you do that, you'll have to go up against really challenging enemies, AI or other players, and then you'll get special rewards. Just because it is so challenging, there are unique rewards you can only get in the arena. One quick thing I want to say is keep in mind this is actually an Elder Scrolls game, which is awesome. It's easy to see it as a card game in Elder Scrolls skin, but it will have a lot of Elder Scrolls lore. There's a lot of cards that you'll recognize. For example, I saw a Wabbajack card in the trailer. There's an Adoring Fan card like the one from Oblivion or the Adoring Fan from Oblivion, and a lot of things that will give you nostalgia or things you'll recognize from other games. And also on top of that, the artwork looks really great and reminds me of the Elder Scrolls, so it's staying pretty true to its roots. The game just entered beta, so it's a closed beta, but you can apply and I'll put a link in the description, and they'll be letting more people in as time goes on. The game is going to release for PC and iPad sometime this year, not quite sure when, but hopefully soon. I'll definitely be covering the game up until that point and afterwards, so if you want to see more, hit that subscribe button. If you liked the video, give it a like. If you have anything to say, questions, comments, anything, leave it down below. And as always guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.